Hello, my name is Heather Wensler, and I appreciate you tuning in today. Following the presentation, I will provide my contact info, so be sure to stay tuned. Thanks again. So, let's get this thing started. So this is something I am absolutely excited about. You can now link your GSuite into Teams so you can join and even schedule meetings from your Google Calendar. How cool is that? So for those of us who use multiple calendars, I have Outlook calendars, I have Google calendars. This is going to be an ultimate time saver. So here on the screen, I'm giving you a link to the install page for the add-on that you will need to make this happen. So I'm going to keep going, but make sure you do a screenshot so that you have this shortened URL and can then use this add-on app. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go over to Chrome. I'm using Chrome because, again, it's going to be linking into Google. So you want to be in your Gmail account. When you type in the link that I showed on the previous screen, it's going to take you here to the Google Workspace Marketplace. And I'm just going to click install. I'm logged in the Gmail account in which I want to install this app. So I'm going to click install and I'm just following the prompts. It's just saying I need to give it permission. So I'm going to click continue. And then it's going to tell me which account or ask me which account I want to use this with. And I'm going to use my business account. So I click on it. And then of course, it's just going to tell me what permissions I'm giving Microsoft. So essentially, I want this app to be able to see all of my Google Calendar events, to edit them, and basically connect over to Microsoft. So I'm going to click allow. If you disagree and don't want this, just click cancel. I'm going to click allow because this is something I have been waiting for. And now Microsoft Teams for GSuite has been installed. So what can I do here? So I've clicked done. I'm going to come over to my Gmail account. So here I am. Now let's see if I want to create a new meeting. I'm going to start by clicking, let's actually start in the calendar. So on the right-hand side, I should be able to click on my calendar. And of course, I can see all of my events. Now, if I click on any of the events, of course, there's a Google Meet button, but look at this, there's a Microsoft Teams meeting link. So because this was actually scheduled, not by me, but scheduled by a colleague through Microsoft Teams, I can still join it from within my Google Calendar. So I've got the quick link, the short link here, or I've got the full length. And if I scroll down, I also get my call-in numbers and codes in case I need to phone in. So that's how to use it with the calendar for your existing meetings. But what if you want to start a new meeting? You want to create a new Teams meeting from right within Google. So let's take a look at how we do that. All right, so if I'm going to create the meeting in my Google Calendar, I'm going to have to actually open the full version of Google Calendar, not just use my sidebar from Gmail. So I'm going to come up to my app picker, which is next to my profile picture, and click on it. And I'm going to locate my Google Calendar and click to open. So now it's opening my entire Google Calendar. Now on the right-hand side, look what we have. I've got the Microsoft Teams icon. So let's click that icon and see what happens. Okay, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is log in. So the first thing we have to do, we need to authorize access to Microsoft Teams. We've done that with Google. So now I'm going to authorize to connect to my Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to click Next. And again, I'm just going to be using my work sign-on. And once that is set up, and hopefully this doesn't take too long, once it is set up, I should be able to create new events and schedule them in Teams right from Google. So I noticed that there's an ellipses here, and of course with Microsoft, we know that the ellipses means more actions. So just to be clear, if I need more information on how this works, if I click the ellipses, I can get some help with the Learn More button. I can log out, I can refresh, and I can manage this add-on, i.e. uninstall. All right, I'm going to close this little side window, and all I need to do here is I'm just going to click, and I want to create a new meeting. So I'm just going to call this demo. And I can choose, because it's Google, I can choose whether this is an event or reminder. I can choose my date. I can choose my start and end time, or make it all day, whether or not I wish it to repeat. I can add guests here. And notice it says add video conferencing. So now I have a choice. I can use my Google Meet, which takes up to 100 participants, or I can schedule a Microsoft Teams meeting. And it'll just take a minute to pull that information from my Microsoft account. It's creating the join link along with the session ID. It's creating that phone number to call in, and I can set my meeting options, which I can always do from within the Teams meeting. But if I want to get it out of the way, I can do it, and it's logging me in as a different account. So here is where I would set my meeting permissions. In this case, I'm logged into 2 different accounts, and it's giving, I can add my location, I can add attachments here, and I can even click more options. And so this takes us to that full Google Calendar availability. I can send my notifications. I can choose what those notifications are. I can set my visibility. I can add the description. I can add guests and give those guests permissions. So my guests can, or maybe I don't want them to be able to invite others, and I can choose whether or not my guests can see who else is invited. So once I've got everything completed here, I click Save. And now I have my new event created. When I click on it, again, here's the join information that I need, my notification, and when it's time for the meeting, all I have to do is click Join the Conversation. I'm going to open this in my desktop app, and there I am, my Microsoft Teams meeting. So all scheduled from right within Google, so you can keep all of your calendars in one location, but have access to both GSuite and Microsoft. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you found the video helpful. Please don't hesitate to email me at wensleredconsulting@gmail.com if you have any questions or need support. To access all of my videos, my monthly newsletter, and more, head over to my website, wensleredconsulting.net. If you liked the video and want to see more, head over to my YouTube channel to like and subscribe. Again, thank you, and cheers.